I'm Jordy.
And I'm Steven.
And this is Thorndale Theater Talk. This is a podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, and anything in the entertainment biz.
That is correct.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312 and at Steven Centrella, our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk, to like, subscribe, comment. Click of a button. It's easy as that. It would benefit us a lot, and it would much appreciated if you do. Right?
Peace be with you.
Peace be. Yeah. What he said. And remember to listen to our 76, I think, other episodes.
Correct, Amundo.
Yeah, 76 other.
Peace be with you.
I forgot when you do one thing, you stick to it.
And peace be with you.
76 other episodes on podcast streaming services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Breaker. All right, Steve-O. What was your movie of the week, and how was it?
The movie I watched this week was The Kids Are All Right. The movie came out back in 2010. It's got a very good cast with Julianne Moore, Mark Ruffalo, Annette Bening, Josh
Hutcherson.
But yeah, no, it's a great cast. So the movie is about a lesbian couple, and they have 2 children, and the children share the same sperm donor dad, and they reach out because they kind of want to know who their sperm donor dad is, and it is Mark Ruffalo. And so the movie takes a turn of how Mark Ruffalo starts becoming part of the life of this family.
Right.
And his character is also changing as well, because he's always just in it for himself, taking care of himself, and then he sees that he technically has kids, even though he didn't raise them, but it kind of changes his perspective on things and what he wants. But then the way he goes about it is not the best way. So I won't spoil anything what happens, but he definitely becomes an interloper in a way. So he kind of joins in this family, even though he has no say in this family. So yeah, it also puts a strain on the relationship of Julianne Moore and Annette Bening. So it's a very good movie. Very it's a drama movie, and then also the kids themselves, because they're going through changes, because the oldest daughter, she's heading off to college in the fall. So just a lot of things. It was a heavy summer for them. That's what this whole movie takes place in, just the summer, and heavy summer for them. But it was very good, very interesting, definitely worth watching. It's on the Amazon of Primes, so you can check it out there. It's not too long of a movie. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. So you can check it out there. And yeah, Jeff, you'll definitely enjoy the movie. It's a very good movie. Great cast.
Nice.
Great storyline. Definitely give a 2 thumbs and a toe.
Why 1 toe?
I can't lift both toes.
Huh. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. So, it's a fun fact about me. I can only lift 1 toe. It's a condition I've had since I was 7. I'm going to get into the details of it. Basically, the big toe. Continue. So what was your movie of the week? Why was your movie of the week? How was your movie of the week?
I'm just going to let you,
talk about my big toe, but I decided we don't need to talk about my big toe.
You're right. So my movie of the week, I actually saw 2 movies this week, but my movie of the week was Gone Baby Gone with Morgan Freeman, Casey Affleck, Michelle Monaghan, and there's more, but Amy Ryan. It's directed by Ben Affleck and co-written by Ben Affleck and some other person they can't think of right now. It was really good. Right. I liked it a lot. This, out of the 3 Ben Affleck movies that I've seen that he directed, it's close to Argo. I really liked Argo, so I really liked Gone Baby Gone. It's about a kidnapped daughter and 2 private eyes who are Casey Affleck and Michelle Monaghan, who are also dating, and they go and try to help this woman try to find her daughter. This woman is also a drug addict and then goes on a spree of crime and stuff. Morgan Freeman's the head police detective. It's very, very good. I highly recommend it. It's a cool story. It's very not a happy, story about a kidnapped daughter and everything along that lines.
Something about that just screams happy to me. I don't know about you.
Casey Affleck was really good. Morgan Freeman was really good. Amy Ryan was really good too.
So going back to my question last week, so was it kind of similar to Seven, or not really?
No, not even a little bit.
Gotcha. What was Morgan Freeman's character in this movie?
He's the head policeman. He's the head police. Chief of the police.
He's the chief of police.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Casey Affleck the young...
Yeah, you just didn't hear me before, did you?
No.
I said Casey Affleck and Michelle Monaghan are two PIs that...
Gotcha. Well, I was wondering what Morgan Freeman's was.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if he was in Seven, how he was like the
correct
head detective, and Brad Pitt was the young...
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't that kind of dynamic?
No.
Not a Lethal Weapons dynamic? No? Okay.
Nope.
Well, should check it out.
You're like, oh, it's completely different. I kind of want to check it out. It is really good. It's about 2 hours, I believe. It gets into so a lot of stuff happened in this movie. Oh, Ed Harris is in it. Wow, I can't believe it. He was a pretty big character in it. He's a sergeant, and then he works in the FBI. It's a very good movie. Highly recommended. It was on HBO Max. And my second movie that I saw that wasn't planned but watched it was The Guilty, the new Netflix movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
How was that?
Was filmed during COVID, and it was directed by Antoine, I can't pronounce his last name every time, Fuqua or whatever. He directed Training Day and Equalizer and stuff.
Yeah.
The movie was not too great for my taste. It builds the intensities there, but the story gets a little too, there's a twist where you don't really see coming because there's no way you do.
Right.
And it just, I don't know, I didn't really care for Jake Gyllenhaal's character.
Remember that movie?
It wasn't for me.
Remember that movie with Drew Barrymore where she was a 911 operator?
You mean Halle Berry?
Did I say Drew Barrymore? I meant Halle Berry, yes.
Yeah, I know. I saw the trailer for it. I never saw the movie.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if it was similar to that.
No, this was filmed during COVID, so it was all in, that place.
Oh, so it was just shot, kind of like Malcolm and Marie, just shot in one set?
Yeah, it was in one set. They, show, pictures and stuff of, a police car driving, but it's not, anything crazy. It was filmed in 11 days, fun fact, Jake Gyllenhaal said. And it was filmed during COVID, and... I remember that this is all from what Jake Gyllenhaal said. The director actually was around someone who got tested positive, so he couldn't be around the cast for I don't know how long. So he directed. So they did a camera while they were shooting, and he was in a truck or in a trailer, and he was watching it while they were shooting the scenes. And then Jake Gyllenhaal would, I don't know if it was a ladder or something, or go up the ladder, and he would direct him from across.
Interesting. This sounds like it was a mess of a project.
I mean, it was just because he, was around someone who had
right,
COVID.
but then only 11 days of filming. And...
I mean, it's all shot in one place. It's
right.
not anything crazy. It's a very easy shoot, I think.
Okay.
It's just the twist was kind of ridiculous, and Jake Gyllenhaal's character, in my opinion, was nothing the acting was good. There was nothing wrong with what he did, but I don't know. It wasn't for me.
Was it mostly just Jake Gyllenhaal who's in it?
Oh, yeah. It was Jake Gyllenhaal and one of his coworkers. It was only two people that you saw, I'm pretty sure.
Big name actress?
No.
Actress?
Nope. Oh, no, there were two. There was more than two. There were 3 or 4, but no, that's it.
It was just mostly Jake Gyllenhaal?
It was mostly Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
It was... Not for me, but if you want to watch it, it's on Netflix. I don't know. I thought the twist was a little... Just first of all, you don't see it coming, and it just ruins the whole... I don't know. I didn't like it.
What was built?
Yeah, I didn't like it. The intensity that they brought with the dialogue is kind of cool when you're just hearing her and stuff. That was really good at certain points. It seemed like it had an idea, the script, but if a little more rewrites probably would have fixed. I felt like there were because I saw there were 3 people that wrote it, and I think they had different ideas and I don't know. That's just me, but I don't want to keep going on and rant. But it's on Netflix. I thought it was not for me, but if you want to check it out.
I'm not gonna watch it. I've come to that conclusion. Thank God for this, because if I watched that, I'd be very upset with myself.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
There you go.
What's your movie of the week for this week, Steven Centrella?
My movie this week is gonna be Life Itself. It's a drama comedy that came out in 2018. It's an Amazon Prime original. It's with Oscar Isaac, Olivia Wilde, Olivia Cook, Antonio Banderas, Annette Bening, Mandy Patinkin, and Gene Smart,
Samuel
Jackson. Yeah, so the list goes on. It's got an interesting score rating. So IMDb gives it a 6.9 out of 10. Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, but then Rotten Tomatoes has it at 13%. That's a huge jump. So with an amazing cast like this, clearly some mixed reviews, should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what the movie is about is two college sweethearts who fall in love. Of course, they're called college sweethearts. And they end up getting married and prepare bringing in their first child into the world. And their story unfolds in New York, and it seems that basically what should be like a normal setup, things take a turn for the worse. So, should see why.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so I'm excited to dive into that. I'm guessing Oscar Isaac and Olivia Wilde are the two college sweethearts that fall in love. I'm just...
Yes,
taking
they
a
are,
gander
because
at
it's
that.
Will and Abby, and it says Will and Abby.
So there we go.
Good guess.
It was a good guess of mine. So that's going to be my movie of the week. Like I said, on the Prime of Amazon. You can check it out there. About a 2-hour movie. 2-hour movie. Yes. All right. What's going to be your movie of the week, young lad?
My movie of the week is called Thank You for Smoking, which...
I've seen that.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you saw it.
Yeah, if you take any marketing classes or PR classes.
Yeah, it's a satire about it. The whole thing. Did you like it?
It's a good movie. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to watch it. It's with Aaron Eckhart. It's a drive performance as a smooth-talking, smoking lobbyist in this acclaimed satire. So it's Aaron Eckhart. That's basically the only... Oh, and J.K. Simmons, but those two are the big name. Oh, Maria Bello. There's other actors and actresses, but Aaron Eckhart and J.K. Simmons are big ones. Yeah. It's directed by Jason Reitman, who also directed Juno. He directed Up in the Air. He also is the son of the person who directed Ghostbusters, and he is also directing the new Ghostbusters. Jason Reitman is. So good resume. I'm pretty excited. It's got a 7.6 in IMDb that I saw. It's only an hour and a half. You gotta love the hour and a half movies.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
Yes.
It's on Amazon Prime. I don't think I said that.
No, you did not. So.
Yeah. Sorry. Steve-O would say Prime of Amazon.
Prime of Amazon. There we go.
Yeah. All right, Steve-O. I think we should just go to the
Go to the what?
Starts with an N and ends in ooze.
Ooze?
It starts with an N.
Oh.
Wait. It starts with an N and ends in ooze, and you just repeated ooze.
News? Louisa. Don't touch me, or I'm going to chop that hand off.
You're close. You're close. I like your effort. News.
Well, why don't you just say the news? All right. Try to get all complicated here.
That was pretty simple.
And you knew
the answer. We get it from Screwman.com.
That is correct. That's where we get it from. So,
that is correct.
So a couple of announcements that we have. So if you're a fan of Umbrella Academy, Season 3 is confirmed for 2022 premiere date. So starting next year, we are finally going to see the continuation of now the Sparrow Academy. If you are a Umbrella Academy fan, you would get that. So
I didn't get it.
It's all right then. and other news. And other announcements. The Crown Season 5 confirmed for November of 2022 premiere. So Netflix just hitting it hard for 2022 with Umbrella Academy, The Crown, So yeah, we will continue the stories with The Crown on Netflix. Get excited. Get excited for you Crown fans.
You excited?
No, not really.
Nice.
Again, I watched The Crown. It's a good show. It moves pretty slow, and yeah, like it's good. Don't get me wrong. It tells a great story. It's all true, but just it moves so slow, so slow. Yes. All right. So let's get into other news. So this past week, there has been some debating with fans on social media. Mulan, Aladdin, Lion King, trends are as fans debate the best 90s Disney movies. This is an interesting topic because, I think during the 90s, Disney was killing it with the movies. Wouldn't you say so?
I completely agree.
He completely is agreed. If he completely agrees, then it's got to be true. Wow.
He said it. I didn't.
Wow. Like, you never completely agree, so...
Yeah, you said it, I didn't.
You always go like 75%, maybe 80%, maybe 82%, maybe 87.7%. But you never go 100%, so this is amazing here.
Once again, you said it.
Yes. So, Jordy, you're a fan, yes?
Yes.
Oh, he's a fan. So, what would you put as the best?
Lion King.
You say Lion King.
Correct.
Out of all the movies that came out in the 90s
Correct.
from Disney,
Correct.
you're saying Lion King
Correct.
is the best.
Correct.
Wow. Why is that?
Why?
Yeah,
okay.
That was a simple question. I don't think.
Well, it's also like, to speak more.
Yeah.
First off, that is the best soundtrack of top 5 soundtracks of any movie, I think, with score. Like it was unbelievable.
I would say Mulan was definitely up there.
Yeah.
If you want to go like Disney movies.
So I said top 5.
Are top 5 movies of all time or top 5 Disney movies?
I'm talking about. No, you know what? Top 5 movies of all time.
When you say soundtrack and score, are you saying of all time, or are you saying of all Disney movies?
I'll play it safe and do Disney movies because that's what we're like focusing on right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be a.
Yeah, it's a heavily debated.
I was gonna say, whoa, man, like
there's
all time. That's
correct. All right. I said Disney movies. I said Disney movies. I say it's number 1. I think it's easily number 1 on the Disney movies, but the story is phenomenal. It's like a very kid-friendly movie and some like dark messages still in it. It's telling you about life, the circle of life.
Circle of life.
It's just, I think it's the like most complete movie out of all the. I can't say that because they're all awesome, but in my opinion, Lion King is the best. It's hard to explain why. I like grew up with it. I saw it like 15 times, even more than that when I was younger.
Fair. All right.
It's kind of like the go-to, that, Mulan, and Toy Story, because that was in the 90s.
But Toy Story at that time, I think, was just Pixar. Before it was...
okay, thank God.
So...
Lion King.
Yeah. So
in my personal... Like, and I loved Aladdin.
Like now
Aladdin
it's considered Disney, Toy Story, but like...
I personally liked... Oh, man. Aladdin and Mulan were neck and neck with me. I think I liked Mulan a little bit more, but Aladdin was like... very not underrated because everyone thinks it's really good, but like kind of overlooked because I think Mulan and Lion King are the top 2 in my opinion of what could be wrong.
Yeah.
But
see, for me, I would say yes, Lion King's great. Don't get me wrong. I think I like Mulan a little better, but then also I like Hercules really well too.
Fair.
So that's hard to pick. But then if you want to go past the anime, because we're talking about best 90s Disney movies. So they don't have to be the animated.
Correct.
You got Hocus Pocus. You got Heavyweights.
Oh, Steve-O.
You got Halloween Town.
Steve-O,
Mighty Ducks.
I gotta be honest with you. You think Mulan and Lion King are worse than any of those movies?
Are worse? No, but I think they're all definitely up there. We're talking about.
But you said not worse. That's all. That was the only question. Okay.
Not worse, but
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying Mulan and Lion King I think are on another
level. But I think that again, 2 different types of movies too.
Correct.
So because like Mighty Ducks is an unbelievable movie.
I love Mighty Ducks. That's one of my favorite. And Heavyweights. Heavyweights is awesome.
Yeah, Fat Camp. Good times. Never been to fat camp.
I personally like I personally like Newsies too a lot.
Yeah, you got the Newsies, you got Parent Trap, you got Hook, you got Cool Runnings. Come on.
Cool Runnings is great.
Come on. And then
But
James
like
and the Giant Peach.
But like Mulan and Lion King, I think are just on another level. Like those are great movies. You're naming all great movies. It's just, in my personal opinion, those are just like perfect.
They're perfect.
The
So
Lion King, Mulan, and like all those animated Disney movies. I shouldn't say just Mulan and Lion King.
Tarzan too.
Oh, I love
Talk
Tarzan.
about soundtrack.
Tarzan was great.
Phil Collins
Yeah.
kills it.
Yeah, I know, but I mean Hans Zimmer, Elton John.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
Lion King soundtrack's phenomenal.
It's tough. It's tough.
I personally don't think it's tough for Disney movies.
I think
It's definitely tough for every. I shouldn't say they're top 5 in every like movies of all time, because I have to go through I have to do like a research to that, because I definitely am not confident in that. But for Disney movies, it's number 1.
something we'll have to look up. We'll definitely have to talk about later on. Maybe like the best soundtracks.
Oh man, we gotta do research for that. But I would totally be down. I love soundtracks and movies.
Further on in detail.
Scores and soundtracks and movies are like one of my favorite things.
But we could do it separate, because we could do like again, because animated Disney, those are like one thing.
Sure. If
Because
you want,
I think they're its own category, because I feel like they put more effort into the soundtracks for like those kind of animated.
Are you just thinking about animated in general?
like animated kid movies? Yes.
Than regular movies?
Yeah, I feel like soundtracks. Like they create their own songs for the movies. So like Mulan, those are their own originals. Lion King, own originals for those movies. They literally created the song for that.
No,
movie.
I understand what you're saying, but there are like other movies that they created songs for. I mean, like.
Yeah, but again.
Like, are you saying song specifically or the score? This is different. Soundtrack is soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack, songs specifically.
I mean, musicals.
Those are separate, because like, all right, Newsies is based off of a musical.
Correct.
So I like that. Them making that into the movie, they're just taking the music from that play.
True, but it's still a musical. It's
Right, but it's not a movie. It wasn't originally a movie.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's still considered a musical. Like, you're still, like, any movie that has singing like that, where they drop like that, it's a musical.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with this. I was just saying.
I don't know where you were going with this either.
I was saying how they made, like, the Circle of Life song specifically.
Right,
for
correct.
Lion
I
King
agree.
And makes the movie.
I agree.
So I'm saying, like, for regular movies, they
you're saying that it's coming from the play that it was originally from.
Yeah, because what you're saying, musicals, Newsies, that's just coming from the play. It's based off of a play.
Okay.
So, like, would you say Hamilton is one of the best, like, singing movies? No, it's based off a play.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you consider that. I don't know.
No, that's okay.
Great talk, yeah.
What? I just wanted to end it because, like, I mean, it's still a musical at the end of the day. I understand it's coming from a play, but they, like, made it for that musical. And then there's I can't think of movies right now where they, like, specifically made, like, a musical movie, but, like a technically high school musical.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that. It's garbage.
No, I agree.
Garbage.
But there's probably movies out there that I am, like, just blanking on. But, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Rocket Man? That was stupid. Keep going.
All right.
I fixed myself. Hey, I corrected myself.
You know what? You're trying hard today. I believe in you.
No, I'm failing miserably.
You're
Today's not a high point for me.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic.
Thank you.
All right. Something that you would love to talk about. Jordy, take it away for this
No
one.
Time to Die is projected to set box office record with $100 million plus opening weekend. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's going to break record post-COVID because,
yes.
The Marvel movies made a shit ton more than that.
Yeah.
So, yes, post-pandemic, record-breaking $100 million plus opening weekend. I mean, they are... I'm a huge James Bond fan. I'm going to see it. I don't know when, but hopefully sooner rather than later. It is the longest James Bond movie of 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I can definitely see it breaking the record post-pandemic because this is the first big box office movie since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Tenet, I wouldn't count because Tenet was like...
During the pandemic.
Yes.
And it's hard to justify that.
Yes.
Because if, let's say, no pandemic, it came out, I feel like box office-wise, first weekend would have probably killed it.
Yes.
Because
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan movie. So I would agree, but also there has been some hype with this movie because this movie was like the first one to be delayed, first major one.
Didn't it get postponed like 2 or 3 times? But then it also got like moved up.
So it got like postponed a few times. So
yeah.
I remember. So originally it was supposed to come out in April of 2020. Right. They moved it to October, then November, then they moved it back to April of 2021, and then they pushed it to November.
It's October.
October.
I thought they moved it to November and then pushed it up to October.
They did push it to November, then it pushed it to October.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I was trying to get.
So that is the timeline of this movie. How many times it's been pushed back and forth,
Right.
So that's why I feel like there's a lot of hype with it, especially because they were like the first major movie to delay.
Yes.
They were.
It was like this and A Quiet Place, I think, were the two that delayed.
Yeah, were the first 2 major ones to delay the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm excited. I mean, they're also promoting it a lot now because it is Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. Yeah. And it's kind of... This is also, I feel like, the first James Bonds where they all linked together. Like, they're bringing back Christoph Waltz. Like,
right.
The Casino Royale, Spectre, Skyfall, they're all like, except for Skyfall is a little different, but they're all like still interlocking with each other.
Right.
Like, so it's one like, final performance. I'm sure he's great. Oh man, that's a different story. I was just thinking of James Bond like actors I would like rank.
I was about to say
I think Sean Connery is still number 1, but he's my second favorite. I think
there's an article right now that's out on Screen Rant. I'll post that maybe later on. But they were like not ranking, but like saying how to watch the James Bond movies, like in what order.
That's a fuckload of James Bond movies.
That's why, and I find it a very interesting article because for how many James Bond movies there are, like they're trying to like fit in with timeline and story.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I know.
I personally think it doesn't work. The only one that would work was this one because these are the only movies that actually interlock with each other.
Right. So, but it's still an interesting article. I thought,
that's especially cool. I mean, it is cool.
Also gives you like it reminds you like all the James Bond movies that did come out, and so because there's been a ton of them, and you probably forget 1 or 2. I will say my least favorite James Bond is Pierce Brosnan. No offense, but he's my least favorite.
Like, I mean, how many of them are you talking about? Like, how many out of all the James Bonds? Even Roger Moore and
Roger Moore's not good
either. And Roger Moore is good. Yeah. I think they're all. I know there was like a couple James Bond actors that like I can't think of right now, but the main ones that I know of are Brosnan, Connery, Craig, and Roger Moore. I mean, there was another actor who did it like once or twice. I forgot his name. But yeah, I mean, I think Roger Moore is my least favorite.
Yeah.
And it's not even like his fault. I just like those movies just didn't get me.
I would say Pierce Brosnan's ones I really wasn't a fan.
GoldenEye is awesome.
Yeah.
I love GoldenEye.
I don't know. Something about Pierce Brosnan just doesn't like.
The thing that was really cool about Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery I think is like the perfect James Bond, especially in I think Goldfinger was like his like I got this shit down.
Right.
And then I think Pierce Brosnan had more of like a ladies' man type. He wasn't really gritty and like bad. I mean, he was badass as James Bond, but he like kind of went in with like that like I'm like
he's a
lady killer kind of a thing. Daniel Craig kind of grounded it, which was cool, and he made it like he made that character. I love Daniel Craig's take on James Bond a lot, and I really want to like say it's pushed over Sean Connery, but Sean Connery is like legitimately like was the perfect James Bond.
Well,
but it's gonna suck to see him leave, but he is like he's done what 2 decades of it.
Yeah.
How many movies he's done? Like 5, I think. This is his 5th one.
I think 4, no?
He did Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre. This is his 5th one.
Oh, this is the 5th one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, it's who will take up the mantle next. That's the real question.
I would say Idris Elba, but like 10 years ago.
You would say who?
Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah.
Idris Elba would have been perfect, I think. But he's a little bit on the older side now. So.
Yeah.
Because you want to pick someone who would do it for like at least a decade.
Yeah. Who would be the new young actor to take over?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. And other news, Apple Films wins bidding war for Brad Pitt and George Clooney thriller. So Apple Original Films wins the bidding war for John Watts' thriller film, which stars Oscar winners Brad Pitt and George Clooney. One thing I will say is, like, I know you're not a big fan of George Clooney.
I like George Clooney. I did not say I was a big fan of George Clooney.
Okay, my bad. You think, what's the word that you used precisely?
Well, he's like known of being, highly, like, well known in Hollywood as like a huge, like, unbelievable actor, and I don't think he's an unbelievable actor, but I still think he's a good actor.
Huh. Well, where I was going with this,
just dumbing down expectations of George Clooney.
Yeah, where I was going with this, I think Brad Pitt and George Clooney definitely have good chemistry with each other.
They do.
Where like if they're in a movie together, I feel like it's going to be a great movie. Mm-hmm. They just both have good chemistry. You've seen it again with with all the Ocean's movies. One movie that I watched. Why am I blanking on it? It's a Coen Brothers movie.
With them together?
Like, they were both in it. Why am I blanking on it? That'll come to me.
Not Burn After Reading.
No, yeah, Burn After Reading. They were both in it.
Oh, George Clooney was in it?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you. I haven't seen it in like a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn, Brad Pitt and Burn After Reading is like my favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyways, so... again, they both just have good chemistry with each other, and I'm excited for a movie like this, especially a thriller movie. So I wonder what the movie would be about.
Yeah, and you recognize the director's name? John Watts.
John Watts, yes.
Do you know what else he's directed?
Not on the top of my head.
Spider-Mans.
Yes. So
he has directed the Spider-Mans.
So there we go.
So good. I'm excited to see John Watts 2 go away, because his first two movies were Spider-Man.
Right.
And it's the third one. So, like, and he's doing the Fantastic Four.
Like
and he's doing
one.
The newer one. Like, whenever that comes out, they don't have like a release date for that.
They don't even have a cast set up for
I don't think so either.
No.
Or they might, and they're just like keeping it under wraps for now.
Yeah, because that whole Fantastic Four is just.
And Marvel knows that, and I think that they're gonna get it right. Especially since I feel like they know a formula now for Marvel movies that'll at least have like some sort of entertaining quality to it. So I think this Fantastic Four will be like somewhat good.
I will say this: the first Fantastic Four,
it was pretty boring.
It was boring. It wasn't terrible.
No.
It's one of those movies like you watch it once, you're good. It's not a rewatchable movie.
I never saw the newest one, to be honest, but I heard it was like
I watched the newest one, and that was awful. Talk about like...
Do you like Silver Surfer?
I think Silver Surfer was 10 times better. I think the first two Fantastic Four movies...
Are serviceable
compared to the...
I know. I heard the newest one was terrible.
Like, I think the recent one that came out just like...
I know.
Like...
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Everyone said that.
It's funny because like I thought like how they can't do any worse than the first two, but if you watch that one you'd be like, nope, they did.
Nope, they did.
Nope, they did. Good for them. But yes, so that be on the lookout for Apple original films with that thriller movie that's coming out. I don't think they have.
They don't have a release date or anything.
No release date, no title.
Nothing. Just those two are in it, and John Watts is directing it.
So. Fun stuff right there. Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, still on the George Clooney topic here, but Ben Affleck says that George Clooney is the best director he's worked with. So Ben Affleck says George Clooney is the best director he's worked with because him and Clooney are having a movie that's coming
next year.
Tender Bar.
Yeah, the Tender Bar that comes out next year, I believe. It said 2022, and I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Give me a sec. Keep talking.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, I find this very interesting because, like, even though I will admit I'm not a...
No, it comes out this year.
I'm not the biggest Ben Affleck fan, but I know he's been in a lot of movies. And a lot of, like... And I'm surprised, like, he's saying about all the people he's worked with... George Clooney's the best director he's worked with.
Here's the thing about that, though. We don't know what happens while they're working. Like, he's probably loves working with him. It's not like the best director as in, like, oh, this movie's going to be the best. Maybe he thinks that, but I'm just, like, from seeing it on paper, it just seems like, oh, I loved working with, like, he's my favorite director that I worked with.
Right.
Or for, you could say. But, I mean, yeah, like you said... Ben Affleck's directors. Gavin O'Connor also did The Way Back, but he also did my God, Warrior, which I liked a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Affleck's been in a lot of worked with a lot of good
He's
directors.
been in a lot of films.
Freaking David Fincher.
Yeah.
With Gone Girl.
Like
Gone Girl's awesome.
this is exactly why it's an interesting thing to say. Like again, he's probably like saying, yeah, George Clooney's the best, like his favorite person he's worked with so far, but it still blows my mind for how long Ben Affleck's been in the business, for how many directors he's worked with.
Right. I mean, it like I said, I think it is like he just loved working with him. Like he loved the direction, and as a director,
I guess.
yeah, it has to be.
I must say, because I don't know, part of me, because Clooney as a director, he hasn't had like any major hits as a director. Like, I'm trying. If you want to look up all of the movies he's directed,
Clooney,
yeah,
he has not had like,
because he's had like I want to say like a whole lot, but he's had like, I want to say he's directed what, maybe 5 movies. That's my guess.
Clooney.
But, yeah.
He has not directed that much. It says 17 here, but let's see what are like legit movies. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Never saw it. Got a 7 on IMDb. Not terrible.
Okay.
We're gonna go through all of them.
Just the highlights.
All right. I don't know. Leatherheads.
Oh, he directed Leatherheads. That's
Yeah.
actually not a bad movie.
In my opinion, the grand scheme of things, it's like kind of like those. It reminds me of like a 90s movie for some reason. Like it isn't in 08. It came out in 08, but I don't know. It like reminds me of those like, I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad either. Ides of March I enjoyed. That was a good movie. But then he did the Monuments Men. Never saw it.
I saw Monument Men.
Heard it wasn't that good.
I would say this. It wasn't like directing that was the problem.
I know you said it was a story, right?
The story wasn't. It was boring. It was lame. It had an interesting concept when you watch the trailer, but then but it's just so who cares? That's the way I could say it. So, but yeah, I again, he hasn't had that one movie where I think he stood out. Maybe this will be it. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But
we'll never know. I hope it is.
Again, I like George Clooney.
Yeah, I like George Clooney too.
I think he's a good actor.
Same
I
with
think
me.
He's talented.
Completely agree.
And let's hope this movie, the Tenderbar, will do well. Yes.
Where did that come from?
I just like the name. The Tenderbar. Let's get that. Yes. Well, that finishes that.
Yeah, that concludes this episode of Thorndale Theater Talk. Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page at Kibbles312 and at Steven Centrella, our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk. To like, subscribe, comment. You'll get to see Steve-O's face, talk.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that. It was kind of weird. And remember to listen to us on Tuesdays on podcast streaming services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Breaker. See you next week.